An ultrasound study of a 50 years old female pelvic study, and what we are seeing is inadequately filled urinary bladder for the purpose of this is the urinary bladder. This is inadequately filled urinary bladder for the purpose of gynecological examination. However, when I move the probe, angle the probe, I can see the uterus. I can make out that the uterus and the cervix in longitudinal section. Now let's see first of all that this is the uterus, measuring approximately 8.7 centimeters in length, and this is the anterior-posterior diameter, measuring 4.07, and this is a fibroid. And now this fibroid relating to the anterior myometrium, this is the anterior myometrium. It's subserosal in location, and for the time being, let's forget about this region. We will study it later, because this is a cystic mass, in fact. Okay, and this is the longitudinal section of the uterus. This is the endometrial canal, it's central clear. This is the uterus in longitudinal section, and this region is that of the cervix. This is the vagina. So the dimensions are normal, but there is a fibroid that measures approximately 14 into 18.6 millimeters, and you see there is a thick echogenic broken rim, this one, giving sharp posterior shadow, this black shadow. Sharp posterior shadow, and this sharp posterior shadow is from the calcification that you are seeing around this fibroid. This is a broken calcification giving sharp posterior shadow, and the location of the fibroid is subserosal anterior wall. So this is finding number one. Now as I move the probe towards the frontal region, I see another hypoechoic area that is surrounded by broken echogenic rim. Now here you will see three, in fact. This is the one we have already seen with the anterior wall. Now this is the another one with the anterior wall, and it measures approximately 2.3 into 1.4 centimeter, and this is the larger one, pedunculated rather, from the uterine fundal region. It measures approximately 32 by 25 millimeter. You can see that there is a broken echogenic rim seen around this pedunculated fibroid from the fundal region. This is the fundal region of the uterus, and see the dark posterior shadow is because of this, is coming from this calcified echogenic rim around this pedunculated fibroid. Okay, now this area that you are seeing is endometrial canal. Clear? This is another fibroid that we studied in the previous view. Now this is the uterus, and this is the longitudinal section of the uterus, and we are seeing fibroids with all fibroids having calcified areas around them, and giving sharp posterior shadow. So this is now in transfer section. Here we are. This is the central clear endometrial canal. This is the endometrium, myometrium, and this is the transfer section of the uterus, measuring 5.4 millimeter. This is fibroid number 1, showing you calcified rim. This is the other one. Now in this location we see fibroid with the anterior wall giving very sharp posterior shadow, and this is also the other one which is giving posterior shadow, and both are subserosal in location. This is the uterus in transfer section. This is the uterus in transfer section. This is the fibroid with calcified echogenic rim giving very sharp posterior shadow, and this is another fibroid, small though, with echogenic ring giving posterior shadow, sharp posterior shadow in transfer section. This is the transfer section that we are studying, that of the uterus with clear central endometrial canal. Age is 50 years. So now in the same patient, when I move the probe towards the left adnexa, I see a hypopoic area with, now I'm going to give it, now this is the area of study. You see this one, measuring approximately 4.6 into 4.5 centimeters. These are the iliac vessels as a landmark for this hypopoic area filled with internal echoes of different strength. These are the low-level echoes, these are high-level echoes, and it is seen in the region of the right adnexa. The iliac vessels are giving it the impression that this is an ovarian cause. This is an ovarian mass rather. This is an ovarian mass, left. This is the uterus. Sorry. This is the uterus as you are seeing it. This is the fibroid with calcified echogenic rim in transfer section we are seeing, and this is the left ovarian mass, well demarcated, thin wall. No calcification is seen in it so far. No solid element is seen in it. Now let's study it. I am going to give a sweep to the probe of approximately 180 degree to see whether it changes its shape or it does not change its shape. Now you see I have almost given 180 degree sweep. It does not change its shape. It is globular. No calcification seen, no solid elements seen, and this is no. And the important thing is, most important thing that we must study is that there is no posterior wall acoustic enhancement. I can see the posterior wall clearly. There is no significant posterior wall acoustic enhancement seen of significance, and this is consistent with. Here comes the urinary bladder, and when I move the probe towards the left adnexa, I see this hypopoic mass, which is ovarian in ovarian. So this is a case study of ovarian mass with left ovarian mass with uterine subserosal fibroids, which are multiple. Two are seen relating to the anterior uterine wall. One was seen at the renal fundal region. Let me magnify and show you. You see, this is the configuration of, see the mass. There is no posterior wall enhancement. It is solid. and this is the urinary bladder. This is the. Now I want to show you the uterus in a magnified view. See, this is the endometrial canal. This is the endometrial canal, and this is the fibroid with echogenic rim round, and this is the another fibroid with the posterior wall of the uterus. This is uterus, posterior wall of the uterus, broken echogenic rim, calcified rim, posterior shadow from it, and yet another with the fundal region. This is another one. Now you see that this is the uterus, a magnified view of the uterus fundus. This is the uterine fundus, magnified view. This is the fibroid, and this is the calcified rim around it, and this fibroid is pedunculated. This area. And this is our study of the day. Thank you very much.